WGAL News 8 starts with breaking news.
And the breaking news is in York, where a boy was killed in a shooting. I'm Matt Barquero.
I'm Caitlin Smith. News 8's Gabrielle Thomas is joining us live with what we are learning about this morning. Gabrielle.
Good morning, Matt and Caitlin. Well, a 15-year-old boy is dead following a shooting that happened here at Penn Park shortly after 10 o'clock last night. Now, police were called to West College Avenue, which is near the basketball court here at Penn Park. Now, police say when they arrived, they found that teenage boy suffering from a gunshot wound. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Now, we do know that police were here for several hours after the shooting, but have since left. No injuries have been reported at this time, and police have not said if anyone is in custody. We are working to learn some more details about what has happened here. We did reach out to the coroner as well as York City Police Department, and we haven't heard back as of yet. Reporting live here in York City, I'm Gabrielle Thomas, WGAL News 8.
A lot of questions still, but a sad case there of a 15-year-old killed. Thank you, Gabrielle.
All right, let's go to Christine now. Let's look at the forecast.
And we are tracking some rain this morning, starting to develop right now from west to east. We're seeing some scattered showers at the time being, but nothing terribly heavy that would slow down your morning commute. Let me show you these temperatures. We hit a high of 72 earlier this morning in Harrisburg. It's 69 right now. We have 65 in Lancaster, 59 in Lewistown, 67 in Chambersburg. It's a warm start. So here's a look at our 12-hour forecast. Rain will develop over the next couple of hours, and in any given spot, there could be about 3 to 4 hours of rain this morning before the rain tapers to showers between lunchtime and 1 p.m. As we head into the afternoon, still an isolated shower or two, but the second half of the day is going to be drier. It'll be a change from yesterday, though. Only 68 for our afternoon high after reaching 80s yesterday. We'll talk more about some additional rain chances coming up in my full forecast. Now to
Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. 5:01 on the clock, and right now, no issues that I'm seeing across the Susquehanna Valley. All in the green there, as you can see. You're good to go. And taking a peek outside, here's the South Bridge for you. This is Dauphin County. Looking into Harrisburg there. Looks like a busy Wednesday morning for a lot of folks if you're making your way out. If you're headed to Harrisburg from Route 422 westbound, this is from Lebanon. That's going to be about a 40-minute drive on 422 southbound. If you're headed there from Harrisburg to Lancaster this morning, 32-minute drive there, 20 Harrisburg to York on 83. We'll have another update for you in a bit.
This has been a Lancaster Toyota traffic report.
The School District of Lancaster's Board of Directors voted to approve to furlough, demote, or not renew more than 100 positions. Board members say this is the first step toward dealing with that budget deficit that they now say is even larger than previously reported. We had reported it was 10 million. Now, those board members are saying that the district faces a $35 million deficit.
We have been told that this is our only option. In the 7 years that I have sat on this board through several budget cycles, I have always been given more than one option when it comes to furloughing staff.
92 positions are being cut. Half of those employees are keeping their jobs but being reassigned to different roles. The other half are not having their positions renewed, and 3 employees are being furloughed. The staffing cuts take effect this summer.
Today, hundreds of after-school program advocates are set to rally for state funding at the state capitol. They say that for every kid in an after-school program, 4 more are waiting to get into one. Advocates say research proves that these programs help kids' attendance at school, and those students get better grades and build better communication and teamwork skills. The rally is set for 11 o'clock at the state capitol steps.
Also today, the Middlesex Township Board of Supervisors in Cumberland County is set to meet and talk about the final land development plan for an AI data center project. This is for the project that would be off Country Club Road. Now, construction has already started on a substation that facility would use. Neighbors say the blasting from that is damaging their homes.
It rocks the whole house. There's no doubt about it.
I hear the cop and my bed shaking a lot.
Could hear the blast in that video. The Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection, though, says those detonations below the legal limit will rattle homes but should not damage them. Construction of the actual data center still needs that final approval from the board. The Middlesex Township Planning Commission has recommended that supervisors approve the plan.
We are now learning about a proposal to build an AI data center in Perry County. Documents from the Perry County Planning Commission show that a developer is dropping plans to build a warehouse in part of Watts Township, but instead wants to build a data center on the lands near Route 22 and 322 by the Clarks Ferry Bridge. Township officials are now expected to discuss a draft zoning amendment for this.
A package of bills set to be introduced in the State House could put a pause on the development of AI data centers. 2 Republican representatives say they plan to introduce the bills to give townships time to revise their ordinances and also come up with policies to address water use, power supply, and noise restrictions. One of the bills would also repeal a tax exemption for certain computer equipment used in the centers. The bill's author says that was designed to attract data center projects, but is no longer needed because of the number of proposals.
Lancaster residents shared their opinions last night on what to do on the land where the Lancaster County Prison is right now once a new prison is built. That new prison set to open outside the city, and the city now considering demolishing the current prison building on East King Street. The early development plan is proposing new green space areas, housing, and more community space.
The general consensus was to demo the prison. I think people are ready for something better to be on the property. There's not a whole lot that you can do in redeveloping a prison. It would probably be more difficult to actually try to redevelop that building than it is to just take the whole thing down and start from scratch.
The new prison set to be built on Willow Street Pike in Lancaster Township in the next few years.
It's 5:06, and as we take a look outside, checking out our sky cam that is over the York Fairgrounds, we are seeing some green in the sky there as well. Some rain is moving in, even on our morning commute here. If you haven't left the house yet, you might encounter that, huh?
You could see some scattered showers this morning right now, but I do think a more widespread rain will be developing late morning during the morning commute and then shortly thereafter. So you can see all of the blue out by Ohio, western Pennsylvania. That is the light rain headed our way. So we right now are just seeing a couple of showers, mainly through northern Adams County, Cumberland County, West Shore, right on top of Harrisburg. Otherwise, it is dry. Temperatures 64 in Selinsgrove, 59 in Lewistown. That's the cooler air trying to slide in. 65 degrees in Lancaster and 67 in York. So we've already hit our high for the day. It was in the 70s just a few hours ago. We are going to be staying in the 60s today, and that's quite a change from yesterday. So here's a look at our wind speeds throughout the day. It was windy yesterday, breezy. We're going to see wind speeds again about 10 to 20 miles per hour, initially out of the southwest, then the northwest later on. Here's your weather planner. We're calling for rain developing this morning. It'll be damp and mild out there. Best chance for rain will be during the morning commute until about lunchtime. This afternoon, a few showers, breezy and cooler, and trending dry this evening with mostly cloudy skies and a light breeze. So 60s are back, guys. I'll let you know for how long coming up.
All right, Christine, thank you. Well, the Shapiro administration is suing an AI chatbot company because it says one of the company's bots illegally posed as a registered psychiatrist. The administration argues a bot on the website Character AI violated the state's Medical Act when it acted like a medical professional and even produced a fake license number. Character AI points to disclaimers on its site, though, saying that the chatbot named in the suit is not a real person and that nothing said on that platform is a substitute for professional advice, treatment, or diagnosis.
When was the last time you read one of those long disclaimers that comes up on an app? I'm sure you haven't, I haven't, and I'm sure our kids haven't, number one. And number two, remember, these chatbots go to great lengths. These technology companies push these chatbots out there to be as real as humanly possible.
Character Technologies, that's the parent company for the website Character AI, does have a number of lawsuits that it's faced over its chatbots.
A state house committee advancing 2 bills that would create limits on the use of artificial intelligence in healthcare and advertising. One of the bills passed by the Communications and Technology Committee would require advertisers to disclose when they use AI. Another would require health insurers and healthcare providers to disclose the use of AI, and the bill would require a human decision maker before decisions about health insurance authorization or treatment are made. The bill now goes to the full state house.
In York County, hundreds of mail-in ballots were sent to the wrong voters. County Commissioner Julie Wheeler says a ballot vendor mixed up 237 ballots in 3 precincts. Those are in Jackson Township, Yorkana, and York Haven. So now the county is working on contacting all of those voters who got the wrong ballots to try to fix the problem.
We've sent out just shy of 25,000 ballots. So certainly 237 if you're one of those voters. I'm sure this is frustrating, but in the scheme of things, very small amount of ballots considering some 25,000 were sent out.
So if you already filled out the wrong ballot and sent it in, you should fill out the new ballot and return it. And if you haven't voted yet, you can actually just throw out that old ballot if you had it and then fill out the new one and return that to the county elections office. York County Commissioners say if you do have any questions, you can just call the elections office.